Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford now to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
We have seen this before. And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 38, Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
Number 8, a 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chargers.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Coming left is Michel, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 45.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
You got time. You got time right there.
They run with Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short yardage run.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a first and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. Now they've had that extra time off, and we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw here. Campbell making the catch. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do...
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, But still, 3 interceptions, that puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
31's the mic. Yeah, let's get some lunch. 31's the mic. All day, every day, any day.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This to Hines on the drop-off. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterbacks.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And some space here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Stafford. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Chargers 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way down to the 29. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of the tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
All day, every day.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Here's a diving catch right side. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads. Teams playing to extend them.
On first down, Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is Hines. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Chris Boswell, field goal of 38 yards.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get him down short of first down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Stafford now to throw. And Allen's got it.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Indy. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run again with Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hines will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additions.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Julian Blackmon.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
This is taken around the 12. They'll start on the ground with Hines.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
He finds his man, complete. That's Page. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 31's the mark.
Hard throw, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Another carry for Michel on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Stafford. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Oh, don't be scared. You smell like chicken draw.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now.